So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how I keep my workspace organized. This is the key to my success, or at least one of them. So whenever I'm working, there's always a lot of chaos. I'm grabbing things, I'm putting things back. This may work, this may not. And so it's always good to have a designated space to grab your props or your different gear in order to switch things out quickly. Having things all over the place does not help anybody, and it can make things be even more chaotic and take way longer, and we don't want that. I'm only going to talk about how I stay organized, but we're actually going to organize this thing because, as you can see, it's very jumbled, and I don't like that. When I'm organizing, like, I have this list in my head, but I'll be honest, like, the list goes away very quickly because I start to see things in other places that it should not be. And so this is the shelf that I focus on, like my main work. This other shelf is just like for back stock or seasonal items that I'm not currently using right now. So that way this shelf doesn't get super chaotic. So on my first shelf, I have like more of my smaller things like scissors, fish wire, as you can see here. So this is fun. We'll talk about this later. My gloves and just like any tiny things. I like to do, I'm trying to use this clear container method. So far, I've really liked it. I just need more of these. Like if I could get more of these, but in bigger or like a variety of sizes, that would help a lot. I think so. I keep like more of the gear things on the higher end of the shelf and more of the prop things like on the lower end of the shelf. Next shelf, I keep like all of like shapes, wooden blocks, any shapes or like more specific prop pieces here. Mostly like my go-tos or things I use a lot. With these blocks, like I've painted them, or I started to paint it and I changed my mind and decided to do something else. But I use these blocks quite a bit. I just sand them down, repaint them. On this lower level, it's kind of a mixture. So it's paint, fabric, and I don't know, let's make sure you guys can see what I'm saying. So on this lower level, I have paint, fabric, and any like larger props kind of go in between this, but I typically just try to keep like paint, even like extra materials or just like random stuff. This is like a miscellaneous box right here. Keep this on the shelf. I have paint here, and then there's different fabrics in there that I actually folded, y'all. I folded them and I put them in there, and that works good. It also just keeps like dust and debris off of the fabric, and it's less time to just like steam out creases instead of just throwing stuff. Because if y'all would have seen how I had it before, I used to like just throw my fabrics into stuff. It was very ghetto. It was not organized. And I would wonder why I'd be stressed out when I'm working. So next, on the lower level, is like just kind of random stuff. Honestly, it's like 2 boxes down there. I'll show you guys. It's like 2 boxes down there and some cactuses that I was gonna use for a project, but I changed my mind, so now I just have like random cactuses down there. Up top here, I just have like my whiteboards, which I always need these, but I don't want them on the floor. And whiteboards, like you can easily like replace these, but I don't like to fuss with it. Like once I find it, I just want to keep them on there. So I have my whiteboards here, I have my clear acrylic tray here, and then of course like one of my covers for my lights. I have another tripod here that I use sometimes, another diffuser. I have a larger diffuser that's actually being used on this light because this basement is actually pretty dark, so I want to make sure y'all can see me. So I'll put like my lights up here up top. I'll usually hang like my diffusers back in their pouches and hang them on the side. And what's nice about this shelf is that you turn it, it's got wheels on it, so I can shift it really, really easy. It's very durable. Plus I'm able to set the shelving according to like the spacing of how I wanted things so that I could fit certain stuff on certain levels. Pro tip. Enough of me talking. Let's get this organized so I can show y'all how it's supposed to look. I need a hair tie, or you know what? We're just gonna do this. Y'all gonna see me in real time. Fun fact, when I'm working, I don't like my hair down. I was just trying to be cute for y'all for a hot minute. So y'all know I do like to look presentable sometimes. stuff is like, oh, that person used this. I've had probably more successful shoots with like using the bare minimum versus all this stuff. Because using all of this stuff is crazy. Lately, I've just been like enjoying being outside of the studio. Because I did start this in the pandemic, I was inside a lot, so I'm like reconditioning myself to go outside again more has been a godsend. So organized. Okay, everything is organized now. Ooh, I'm gonna do a quick pan so you guys can actually see. All right, so it's not too much of a difference, but enough for me to feel better when I come down here. So all my stuff is organized. See the random cactus? I'll use those for something. It'll come to me. But yeah, all my plants over here in like this bucket. And yeah, so ta-da. All right, so that is how I keep my shelf organized, how I set it up, and also what's on the shelf. If you guys like more details on exactly where I've gotten things, I'll be sure to make another video just for that. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.